Hey, this is Jesse Moskel, Copy Kickstart. Yesterday, I shared with you how to write emails that don't sell part one of part two. You can see down here. And today, what I want to do is uh, correct course on that because for me to teach you what's wrong is only half the battle. I've also got to show you what is right, or at least what I feel are best practices. So, yesterday, if you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch that one before you watch this one. But right now, what I want to do is show you a fellow's email, which I think has one of the highest levels of integrity in our industry, and that's saying a lot because, frankly, I've become a little bit jaded in the copywriting industry, and there are a lot of copywriters out there who work like used car dealers, and they will tell you anything to make a sale, and that's a bit sad. And I'll tell you what, it's just like anything in life. We receive what we're putting out there, and I think part of the guy's problem who was putting out all these unethical, questionable truth emails was that he wasn't making the sales he felt he should, and therefore he kept extending the deadline because he was probably trying to hit a certain financial figure. And, in his mind, I'm guessing, this is all pure wild speculation. I'm guessing he felt, if I keep sending emails, I'll eventually get the number of sales I want. So, whatever the case, in my mind, he absolutely killed all trust I had for him. And I made the statement yesterday I'd never buy anything from him again. But I don't like to say never. In any case, Ed Gandia, he's someone who I've followed since my very beginning, the very beginning of my copywriting journey. I actually found this guy's podcast while sitting in a prison cell in Thailand using a stolen cell phone that my room was sharing, my prison cell room. We had very high numbers of people in each cell, but that's another story for another day. Let's see what Ed Gandia sent to me. Now, obviously, once you reach a certain level in copywriting, you're going to turn around and start teaching those who are coming after you. And Ed Gandia has made a very nice transition into doing that. And so you've got an ultra brief email, probably got 24 words here, maybe 25, 30 words. I think this is a fantastic approach. He calls out his target markets, a group of writers who've already have clients but want to grow their monthly income to $5,000. So who's his market? People are making $1 to $5,000 per month. Want to join us? Of course you do, if that's you, right? So people who aren't going to click it. I put together a little PDF with more info. You can read it here. Smiley face. Very disarming, very friendly. He's not signing off with CEO, and all this nonsense. He's just very personal. I've long tried to get my clients all to go with this sort of unformatted basic email because it looks like a real email from a real human being. Now, obviously, Ed is sending this from his from some sort of email delivery system, right? He might be using Infusionsoft. I can't remember. Yeah, look, there it is, Infusion Mail, right? So it's not a personal email, but it sure as hell looks like one. That is huge. And that's never changed. I've been doing that since I started. My brother before me taught me to do that. It definitely works. Ed's doing it. Now let's click this. Check it out. He's storing his PDF, which, that's another thing. A PDF is usually a high value thing. And especially if you trust the person, they're going to try to give you some useful information. Now, what is this? This is a PDF, right? But it's a little bit of a shade, right? Because it's a sales letter, all right? And it's a sales letter for his small group coaching. And he's got headlines and bullet points and numbered benefits. And then he's got the offer, what he's going to deliver to you in bold. And the language, if you've ever listened to Ed's podcast, it's very gentle, very kind. He's an excellent teacher. And, in contrast with someone who's more, from yesterday, who's more direct, in your face. And that guy, I won't even name him now. I feel bad about having called him out yesterday. But his whole approach is really hard targeted, financial copywriting type of mentality, sales at all costs, right? Even at the cost of our integrity. Ed, my impression of Ed, I've only met him once or twice, is completely the opposite. And I don't think he does financial copy. Nor do I. There's a lesson in that. So, anyways, he just walks you through the whole letter. Very friendly, very helpful. And I'm sure his course is the same way. I may even take it just for insight. So, anyways, let's get to the offer here. What's he say? He's offering 2,000 bucks, or 365 times 6. That's a great investment. I would recommend this course, and like I said, I might even be in there. But look at some of the language he uses. Does that sound fair? There's no risk. Offers a great money back guarantee. I'll give it back to you. I'll buy it back to you from you at full price. This is worth reading, and it's in and of itself as a copywriting tool. Maybe I can leave a link to it in the show notes for this video. But the last call to action is, where do you think we should go from here? If you'd like to work together, hit reply and say, I'm in. And I'll get you a link set up with your username and password. The only mistake he made there is that now I'm on his PDF, on his Amazon thing. I can't hit reply because I'm not in the email anymore, right? That's the only thing I can nitpick and pull apart. I think that this soft sell approach wins ultimately better customers and happier customers. You saw how vitrolic I got yesterday and up in arms with Ray's deceptions. So anyways, I just wanted to point out this is a terrific format. If you want to sell anything for yourself or a client, it really helps to come really soft. You don't have to come and brag too much. It's just a very gentle, happy way to do it, in my opinion. And this is the type of copywriter I am. You've got to decide that for yourself. Okay, so that's Ed's email. Now let's go to his last call. I think I got this one this morning. And this is about as high pressure as Ed's going to go. And it's a good email too. This is your last and final opportunity to join me on this initiative. And again, we click on that. Where do you think it's going to go? Might go to I see. Look at that. He's upgraded his PDF. So he actually probably has the exact same copy, but now it's on a sales page. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And he's included some testimonials. So think about this from his perspective. Perhaps he had designed that maybe he wrote the PDF one evening and decided to ship it out the next morning. And then he shipped that PDF off to his design team, and they put up this landing page for him. Now he's got a legit landing page, and this is something he can probably use year over year. So now we got a nice big button. It's easy to click. He's definitely an Infusionsoft, and boom, there you go. You got your billing information, guarantee, 30-day guarantee, all the contact information, lots of trust building up here, checking out, all safe. All these buttons here make people feel better about doing this stuff. So, okay, so I think, on the whole, terrific job, Ed Gandia. And, any student of mine, I highly recommend you go this way. Unless you like that slimy used car sale stuff. Now, again, I won't go into the email here, but it's worth briefly looking at. It's the same thing. He's got the same copy from the PDF we looked at. And then, of course, you can link this one too. So now I just put a timer on there because what does that do? Creates urgency. Now, just in closing, if you've watched video 1, now you've seen video 2, you know the wrong way to do things as a copywriter and the right way to do things as it pertains to ethics and, in large part, email marketing. Now, what's hilarious is I had not released yesterday's video, part 1, until today. So by the time I released it, this was already in my inbox 4 hours ago. And would you believe this guy's put liar as the opening, the subject line. So I just thought that was funny that he would send out an email titled liar next to his name. And, I did kind of imply that yesterday. It just seemed rather interesting to me. But this is a very braggadocio-laden email, and I'm just not... He does talk about all marketers are liars here. That's a great line. I agree with Seth Godin. All marketers are liars. Crossed out storytellers. Well, most of them. So what's he saying? He's a storyteller and a liar? That's a great question. And then look at this next line. This is too funny not to mention. But this story is true, and he's underlined true, as if to imply, yes, I do tell you lots of lies. So he's got this whole story about how one of his, copywriting students made $11,500 a month. So there's actually other lies in here I won't cover, but I just think it's absolutely hilarious that he, down here in the PS, is still trying to persuade me that this story is true. Anyways, that's all I got for today. And I hope these videos are helpful for you. If you do think so, please subscribe and feel free to leave me a comment in the bottom. I'm going to try to be really active on that. So that's all I got. Have a wonderful day. Stay hungry. Hustle hard.